Don't worry, retire happy. 7 steps to retirement security. And we are going to go through those 7 steps here as part of our agenda. Step number 2 is going to help us maximizing Social Security benefits. Well, let's dive in. Okay, so we take a look at our benefits and we take a look at where all of our assets are. And I want to ask you a question here. What is your largest asset? Is it your retirement accounts, your 401k? Is it your house? Some of you may be, or what you're perceiving, maybe you do have a really great pension and you're thinking that's one of your largest assets. But I actually sit here and say that your Social Security benefit is going to be one of the largest assets that you will ever have. And here's why. If you are single, you are going to be taking out over $500,000, most likely over the course of your lifetime, from Social Security. And if you are married, it could be well over $1 million. So you could become a Social Security millionaire. That is fantastic news. And I've even seen some benefits between a husband and a wife that are over $1.5 million that they'll be taking out over the course of their lifetime from Social Security. But sadly, most people spend more time planning their summer vacations than they do planning and maximizing their Social Security benefits. So let's go through. I want to talk about how we can maximize them and the ways that you can be working to plan for your own personal Social Security when it comes time to taking them. Okay, well, let's take a look at this graph here. And this is really taking into account everything from age 62 up to age 70. Now, for this individual, we're going to be taking $1,000 a month. That's what the benefit is at their full retirement age, which is age 66. That's a full retirement age, and that is really what you need to know because all of your benefits are based upon that full retirement age. So $1,000 at age 66. Now, if they retire early, they're going to be receiving a lesser amount. So they'll be receiving $750 instead of that $1,000. Now, if they prolong it and wait longer to take their money, they're not going to be receiving $1,000 either. They're going to be receiving $1,320 when they turn 70. So that's something that we need to know. And let's break out these two numbers here, the 750 and the 1320. 750 and 1320. I really want you to be looking at those numbers here. Now, when you take a look at this, you can really see that there's a huge difference between taking it early at age 62 and waiting until 70. Now, I have not adjusted it for inflation here, but what this is really looking, even not adjusted with inflation, is that it's almost a doubling of your Social Security benefit just by waiting a couple extra years. Now, I like to go to coffee shops, and I especially like to go to coffee shops that are not chain coffee shops. So single owner coffee shops, ones that have really good coffee to them. But I've noticed something over the last number of years. You walk into these coffee shops, and especially early in the morning, and you can still do this today, even post-COVID, that there's a lot of people that are in the coffee shop, that they're reading their morning paper, and they're just actually enjoying themselves. They're having a conversation, and inevitably I overhear one of the people asking maybe their friend there saying, well, I am retired, I just turned 62, and should I take my Social Security now or should I wait? And then inevitably someone else will chime in, well, I've been doing a lot of research and Social Security is going broke. They say that, just in the 10 short years that Social Security is going to be broke, and I don't want to give up my money. I want my money. So I want to take my money while the getting's good. And I think you should too. So when you take a look at it, you start to think, well, geez, if that's true, then yeah, I should be taking my money at 62. But again, that's the coffee shop answer. They're going to give you all of these reasons why you should be taking your money at 62. I need the income. I need all of these things. I should get started sooner because then I don't have to take out as much from my portfolio. Well, that's not necessarily true. Yes, that may be the coffee shop answer, but that's not necessarily the correct answer for you. And when we take a look at all of the details here, I want to really dive into how we can be working with this and in general, what happens to help to better your overall Social Security benefit. Now, in general, and I say this because there's a lot of different factors that you could be really considering here. You have to consider your health, medical history, even your longevity in your family, if it runs in your family or not. Maybe you have minor children at home or the age of your spouse. See, all of these are going to be coming back into when you should be taking your Social Security benefit. But in general, the breadwinner, the one who has made the most money in their career, should delay taking Social Security until age 70. Then the spouse can start taking it at any age that is appropriate. So in general, like I said, again, taking a look at your situation, it may be a little different, but in general, the breadwinner should delay taking their overall Social Security benefits and delaying it to age 70. Now, here's the thing. I don't want you to have to rely on the coffee shop answer. And I'll give you one example here that works out really well, just to highlight what I'm talking about. So we have a husband and wife, and the husband, let's just for sake of argument here, is getting $1,000 a month at his full retirement age, just like the example that we have here. Well, the spouse may have taken her benefit earlier, so she can take hers at 62. I don't have a problem with that. You see, she will be getting, let's say, $600 coming in the door every single month, starting at age 62, and she can do whatever she wants with it. She can be shopping with it. She can be using it for paying some of the bills. They can go on trips with it. They can do whatever they want with that. But if we have that $1,000, but we've delayed taking, and now it's $1,320, those $1,320 per month. If he had waited till age 70, well, what ends up happening is if he passes away, his wife is going to get one benefit, the higher of the two. So her $600 benefit is going to go away, and that $1,320 benefit that's been increasing with inflation, that will go to her. So she is going to get the larger of the benefits. And so by doing it this way, we're actually looking to, well, protect both of your lives with this benefit as well. So there's a really good argument to say that you should be looking into, should you delay taking the benefit, at least for the larger, the higher spouse, the breadwinner in the family. Well, then you're going to come back to me and say, well, okay, if you want me to wait to take my Social Security benefit, then I need to actually have income. So how am I going to do that? Well, if you can take a look here, we can create a bridge. We can create a bridge that goes from where you're at today at age 62 and actually stretches to age 70. So we can take some of the assets that you have, create that income bridge, and get you to age 70. That's really one of the best ways to look at Social Security. But to do it appropriately, we need to actually do some planning. So go to ssa.gov, so the Social Security Administration.gov, ssa.gov/my account. And this is where all of your benefits are. So you will actually receive your own benefit when you log in. And it will tell you where you're at today for what your age is, your full retirement age, all the way up to age 70 for your Social Security benefits. Now, what we can also do here is then take a look at doing a calculation. And there are many calculators online that you can take those numbers and run the Social Security calculations for you or for you and your spouse as well. And it'll show you what the numbers look like at age 62, full retirement age 70, and anywhere in between. So you can take that and start doing the planning in place with it. And if you can't find a Social Security calculator, you can email me as well. info@lionswealth.com. info@lionswealth.com. And I'd be happy to have my team do these calculations for you. And we will do this just so that you can have this information, and then you can actually be using the information as part of your overall wealth plan. But that is one piece of advice that I would say definitely go for, and make sure you start planning your Social Security.